Today's video on Sophia the 380 SL is just changing the oil. This I've done before. Actually, when I purchased this car, that's the only thing I've really ever done on a car is changing out the oil. So I've probably done that probably 7-8 times, not that many times. But when I did purchase the car, I did go ahead and do an oil change, which I did not record. Now that it's been about a year, I've only driven it about 1,000 miles, maybe 800 to 1,000 miles. I figured it's time to do another oil change. And this time I'm gonna document the oil change for you guys to watch. Pretty easy, pretty standard. It seems like it's regular, just like any other car, but we'll go through it just for completeness so you know how to change your oil yourself. Okay, let's look at the parts that I purchased. First thing you'll need is the oil filter. I got this directly from Mercedes. This is actually super cheap. Some things from Mercedes, the dealership itself is actually pretty inexpensive. This was only $10. I don't know how it's so cheap, but it's only $10. So here's the part number. Here's what it comes with. You get the oil filter, you get the O-ring, and then you get 3 washers. This is the one that we're going to be using for the drain plug, and then these 2 are used for the oil filter housing. So go to Mercedes, purchase this, $10. You can get the aftermarket ones. They're like $5 or $6, but what's the point? Might as well go with Mercedes and pay $10 every year. Next is the engine oil. I went ahead and purchased this Valvoline 2050 with high zinc. I'm gonna go ahead and link Pierre's video down below to watch his content about engine oil and the difference between synthetic and non-synthetic, which one to purchase. He talks a lot about high zinc. Apparently that's necessary in these older cars. So that's why I went with this Valvoline high zinc 2050. I printed this online. You're able to get it for your car. This is specifically for a 380 SL. I'm here in Los Angeles, so I got warm climate, so the 2050 seems to work just fine. If you're in colder climate, you may need to purchase a different weight, but I'm gonna go with 2050. As far as oil capacity with an oil or a filter change, I'm gonna need 8.0 quarts. That's why I purchased these 2 jugs of 5, and I'll have some left over. And then as far as torque on the plugs, I converted it to foot-pounds because that's a whole lot easier for me for my torque wrench. 36 on that drain plug for the oil, and then for the oil canister housing, looks like it's 25 foot-pounds. All right, let's get started. And again, I'll go ahead and link Pierre's video down below for you to watch on the different kinds of oils. Got the car lifted. I am ready to start draining. This is what you'll need. I got my torque wrench ready to go. You will need this giant 14 Allen to go into this massive drain plug, which is right over here. So you could tell some people didn't have the Allen, so they went ahead and tried to just use a pliers or something to open this up. But really, you need that Allen, 14 Allen, to open that up. So I'm ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and open that up and start draining. I've already loosened it up with the wrench, so I'm just gonna pull this off. See how easy it comes off? Just turns. It's gonna start gushing because it's a lot of fluid that's gonna be coming out. There it goes. All right, so while the car is draining, I got the drain plug out. Go ahead and remove the old washer. Not sure if I'm gonna be able to do this one-handed. There it goes. That's the old one. Here's the new one. Now this is ready to be put back in the car. And what did we say? It was 36 foot-pounds to torque that back into place. In the meantime, we'll let it drain, and then we'll also take out the oil filter. All right, now down underneath the oil filter, this is a 17 millimeter. I'm gonna go ahead and open that up and then have it drop down and drain into the pan. And I got the filter out. Be prepared because this makes a giant mess. The whole thing dropped into the pan. Make sure you have some gloves on, and then lots of paper towels around. I've cleaned it up since. Go ahead and pull out the old filter out. There it is, let it drain for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out, go ahead and throw it away, and I'll come back to show you the inside compartments. So the filter is out, everything in here has been cleaned. I just want to show you what it looks like. So here is the spring. There's actually a washer that goes on top of that spring that I already pulled out, but I'm going to put it back together, so I'm going to show you. So go ahead and take off this O-ring, the old one. Take out the washer that was there that's already been removed from here, take out this spring, and then take out this bolt that holds it all together. All right, everything's been disassembled. This is the old stuff, right? So the old O-ring, you're gonna be reusing this spring. The two old ones, washers, again, you're gonna be reusing this bolt. So the O-ring is out. Let's put in the new one. The new one goes right on top. It should be pretty easy, right? Don't forget, before you install it, you gotta put a little oil on top to lubricate it, and it'll be ready to go. Now, reassembling this bolt, take the big bolt, the copper one goes in first. I'm trying to do this one-handed. All right, so make sure you remove your old one, right? The old one needs to be out. And it was a little hard because it was smashed in there, but take out the old one. Now, this is ready to assemble. Put it in. Let's see, again, one-handed. Anyway, it goes in through the bottom. It's in. All right, now the spring goes in next. The spring goes in this way, like so. Push that in. Push that in all the way down. You get the idea. Push that in all the way down, like that. Then the last one is this washer, not the copper one, the regular one. And push that all the way down. So it's ready to go. Now it needs the filter. The filter has two ends. This is the small side, this is the big side. It's the small side that goes in first, like that. So push that in. And I think we are ready to go. So this was all done one-handed. You could do it. Add some lube here, some oil. I'm just gonna go ahead and use it from the new oil that I got. Put it in, lube it up, and then go ahead and put it back, reinstall. Easy. Filter's been installed, and then the drain plug's been installed. Not fully torque wrenched yet. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. We said 36 on this guy here, and then 25 on this guy here, foot-pounds. Make sure when you put it in, use your hand tighten first so you don't cross thread. And once it's in, then you can come back and torque. So these are ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and torque them up, and I'll be done down here. All right, so all done below. I'm gonna go ahead and add some engine oil. We said the total capacity was 8. I'm gonna go ahead and add like about 7.5 or so. Check my dipstick, run the engine, keep checking it just to make sure that I've got the right amount of oil in the car. And I guess we're done. Total cost of the job is what? 10 bucks for the oil filter, 30 bucks for each one of those 5 quarts, and you're gonna only use 8 out of the 10 total that I purchased. So what, about 70 bucks total. And then I just got to go and return my old oil, so that way they can dispose of it properly. But other than that, pretty easy job. Took me about an hour. One of the easiest things you could probably do. All right, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. I hope you're enjoying these videos. Go back and check out the rest of them. Thanks. Bye.